Welcome back to the news at 10. Despite the lockdown orders by some state governments, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation is assuring Nigerians there will be uninterrupted supply of petroleum products across the country. Addressing journalists in Abuja, the Chief Financial Officer of the oil company, Mr. Umar Ajia, has wants Nigerians not to engage in panic buying, insisting that the country has adequate stock to last over 60 days. While the number of COVID-19 cases rise worldwide despite measures by countries to curb its spread, world leaders are beginning to paint a bleak picture for the future. While the UK is set to be on emergency footing, it also says it would take 6 months before any form of normalcy returns. The message that predicted Britain's future came from the country's Deputy Chief Medical Officer, Jenny Harris.
So I think 3 weeks for review, 2 or 3 months to see whether we've really squashed it, but about 3 to 6 months ideally, and lots of uncertainty in that, but then to see at which point we can actually get back to normal. And it is plausible that it could go further than that. We just need to wait to see how successful we've been.
All parts of Britain are on emergency footing, the likes of which have not been seen since World War II in the fight against the coronavirus, with strategic coordination centres being set up across the country. The country has more than 19,000 confirmed cases of the pandemic and at least 1,228 deaths. Meanwhile, new isolation centres are springing up in the Republic of Ireland, which has seen 10 more deaths in the last 24 hours, bringing the total number of people to have died to 46. Over in the U.S., the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Dr. Anthony Fauci, warns the situation in America could get worse, with as many as 100,000 to 200,000 Americans potentially dying of COVID-19. Spain has recorded another 838 deaths in the past 24 hours, the highest daily rise in fatalities so far, while South Korea and Australia have tightened rules on arrivals and gatherings. Russia has also imposed restriction on movement, allowing people only to leave for work, medical help, and to shop for basic necessities. The death toll in France rose by 292 this evening, bringing the total number to 2,606. The country has the 5th highest number of deaths in the world after Iran, China, Spain, and Italy. In sports news, the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, has assured that the ministry will give the required support to fight the coronavirus. After inspecting the MK Abiola Stadium, one of the facilities approved for use as isolation centre, Mr. Dare confirmed its readiness. Meanwhile, the International Olympic Committee and Japanese organizers are in final stages of talks to set the opening date for the Tokyo Games in July next year. According to public broadcaster NHK, citing unnamed sources, the Olympics, which were postponed last week due to the coronavirus pandemic, will most likely have its opening ceremony on July 23rd and closing ceremony August 8th, a day earlier than the original 2020 plan. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe announced a delay of about 1 year last Tuesday after a call with IOC President Thomas Bach. It's the first postponement in the 124-year history of the modern Olympics. And the main news again, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, the NCDC, today confirmed 14 new COVID-19 cases in Nigeria, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 111, as President Muhammadu Buhari announced a lockdown in Lagos, Abuja and Ogun states. The lockdown is a precaution against the spread of novel coronavirus. That's it on the news at 10. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.